We're outside Raja and Rana's wholesale Indian food store, and we're gonna go inside and show you a bunch of foods that they eat in India. Come on in.
Hi, this is Darsha and Richter, and they're gonna give us a tour of their store. Let's go.
I'm here with Darshan. He's one of the store clerks of the store, and we're gonna talk about rice and grains that they have up in India.
All right. On this side we have all the rice, different brands, and it's known. The main name is called basmati rice. That's how it's known. It's very rich, and if you go to any American store, it's expensive, but over here it's kind of cheap. But they usually come in like 10-pound or higher quantity in size. Mainly it's usually from like northern part of India near Himalayas and in the valleys where they grow it, or from Pakistan, which is a neighboring country. That's where all the rices are over here. There's probably about like 25 different brands and varieties of rice that we have. On my left side are all the grains, or what we call it, its name is dals, and there's different kinds of dals that most Indian eat. The most common dal is over here, which is called the tur dal. This is probably the most common dal that Indians eat like daily, maybe like once or twice a week, with rice in form of like a liquid soupy type thing. And this is also what they use it to make them mulligatawny soup, which you can get it in like some American delis. There's probably 25-30 kinds of dals that we have here on this side of the store. A lot of these dals are from India, and some are from Australia, New Zealand, and some Far East countries like Indonesia, Thailand, and places like that.
I'm here with Victor here, and I noticed you have a lot of movies.
Yes, sir.
I was just wondering what they are in India,
Oh, yeah.
cinemas.
Yes, we carry all Indian language, just like a Tamil, Telugu, Malayali, Kerala, Hindis, all DVDs, videos, CDs, audios, everything we carry right now. All new and old movies we have right now.
What's the most common movie?
Most common is specialties is Hindi movies, all kind of Hindi movies, religion and social movie, drama, action, and every kind of DVDs, videos available in Raja and Rana's.
Do a lot more movies come out in India than here?
Oh yes, sir. Yep, we do.
Can you show us what the famous actors in the movies?
Sure. Right now is the number one Bollywood superstar is Shah Rukh Khan, Amitabh Bachchan, and actress is number one actress is Aishwarya Rai, Rani Mukherjee, and much more actress. But number one movie star is Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, Amir Khan. It's a very popular star in Hindi movies. Yes, sir.
Is there any pictures of us?
No question, my friend. Thanks a lot.
Hello, my name is Doug, and we're in this Indian store right now, and I see you have a lot of CDs of Indian music. Can you tell me about the music industry in India?
Sure. Indian music industry is basically a part of movie industry, Bollywood. Most of the music albums are released as part of the movies, as a soundtrack. And recently, in last about 4 or 5 years, with the emergence of MTV in India, it's changing into like more of a westernized stuff. And now they have a lot of like people doing the pop albums on their own outside the movie albums. So there's a tons of variety in Indian music. The most common music that I would say Western people know is about the classical music of like Ravi Shankar and a lot of like instrumental stuff. But right now there's ton of like movie albums that are more popular. And another thing that's more popular right now is something called remixes. What they are is it's a regular movie album, and then they mix it up with like some rap music and some some rock, and they mix the Indian and Western together, and they come up with something called a remix. And then there's another very famous music called Bhangra, which is from a particular region in India, from state of Punjab, and it's more aggressive type music. You get a lot of like workout. A lot of people like it, and then when they party, they play that music just to get people on the floor and things like that. A lot of DJs use Bhangra type of music, and there's a lot more that I don't know, but that, you can probably get from internet and stuff like that. I think that's it.
Can you show us a sample of the Indian music?
Oh sure, we play this for you. This is from a movie album, just the soundtrack of, they usually movie have 5-6 songs, and this is one of them.
So is this a remix?
No, this is a regular album. This is not a remix.
Okay.
The remix would be a lot more,
Like more music and all that? Like
yeah,
more
a lot more beats, and it's more like for
Like dancing?
clubby,
Yeah.
clubby music. Yeah. I mean, I can see if I have a remix. I'm going to show you an example of a remix music, which is basically a movie album from a Bollywood film, and some known DJ in New York or Toronto mixed it up with some Western music, and this is how it sounds like. I don't know if you can hear it, but you can hear the Indian music in the background, and there's like, the Nelly playing in the front. Tell me whenever to stop.
I noticed you had a lot of incense here. Can you tell me something about them?
Sure. Most of the incense we have are made from different flowers or sandalwood, and different, smells, I guess. Usually Indian people use it as part of worshipping when they do what we call puja. Usually they do it like every morning in their house, and they burn a couple of these to offer it to the gods. And that's one of the use of it. And you can always use it for just get rid of bad smells in your home and get some flowery stuff in the air. It's mainly all from, I think, India. I don't know if it's from any other part of the world.
Do they mostly all smell like flowers?
Most of them. There's also something called sandalwood, and it's a smelly tree, and they grind it and they make incense out of it.
From Bangalore.
Oh, looks like this one is empty. Oh, there's one. This is a sandalwood incense. It's probably one of the best incense you can get in terms of the smell and the cleanliness. And it's most common too.
Are there any other very common ones?
Other one is this flower right here, and I'm not sure.
Jasmine.
It's a jasmine flower, and that's a second most popular incense that we sell besides the sandalwood.
Some of the rose flower.
There's also some rose incense.
Lots of flavor, different flavor.
And how long does the smell stay?
One incense usually will last for maybe like 20 to 30 minutes. The some even longer.
I can see there's a lot of different spices.
Yep.
What are some of the main ones?
We have all different kinds of spices. Where there's most common spice is the hot chili powder, which makes the Indian food spicy. And then another very common Indian spice is garam masala. And what garam masala is, it's a mix of 5-6 different kind of spice that you can just put some of these and you don't have to worry about any other spices. And this also makes it very, very spicy. And it comes in a different tolerance. You can get something that's more spicy than the other. Different levels of spiciness. Then there's a whole bunch of other like whole spice that people can use to make their own garam masala. Usually people like to make their own masalas at home, so they take individual packets of different spices, and then they grind it at home for their own level of comfort. This is where all the spices are basically. There's something called coriander seeds. There's something called cumin seeds, mustard seeds, right here. Sesame seeds. That's not really part of spicy food. It's just for garnishing and putting something on top of the food. Then there's some cloves over here. Bay leaves, which is also another common spice to put in a food.
What's the most hottest?
Most hottest is this extra hot chili powder. That's what it is.
They grow many vegetables and peppers and all different types of stuff up in India, and my friend's gonna tell us about it.
Most of these vegetables actually are not from India, but from South America and Florida and any other tropical states, maybe California, where they can grow tropical vegetables. Apparently, U.S. doesn't allow fresh vegetables from India. So most of the Indian vegetables that we sell, or anybody who sells in the States, are either from Florida or somewhere in Latin America, like Honduras or Guatemala, places like those. The most common Indian vegetables that we sell are like some okra, some eggplants, and there's some hot chili peppers, which are really, really hot stuff. You don't want to try them if you can't tolerate them. There's some different kinds of beans over here. There's some kind of squash, and then there's the raw mangoes over here that people use for pickles. They make their home pickles at home. They use raw mangoes, and there's some guavas in there, which are not in the best condition right now, but we sell them like when they come fresh. And all these vegetables, they don't come from India. They come from somewhere in South America or Florida.
But this is basically the same amount and the same stuff that you would have up in India.
Same type of quality that you would get in India.
Is there anything that you wouldn't find in India here, or?
There's probably a ton of vegetables that we don't find here that you can get in India.
Yeah.
Different, beans or different kind of green vegetables.
Okay.
I've heard your store has won some honors. Like it's one of the cleanest in the state.
Yeah.
Can you explain?
Yeah. This is the #1 store in Massachusetts. We get the certificate from the Burlington town. Nice and clean store, good customer service. We keep all fresh spices, vegetables, snacks. We order every week, everything, all stuff we order every week. That is our specialty, my friend.
And you were saying earlier that you don't have anything on the shelf that's more than at least 6 or 7 days old.
No, all stuff is at least 4 or 5 days old. Everything, rice, spices, beans, vegetables, snacks.